This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is Not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane. This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hello, this is Airica Demia, and you are listening to the Wrestling with Entertainment podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the gold that goes beyond, the Queen of Bop Style, the ooey-wooeyest anime protagonist you have ever seen, and most importantly, your hero, Airica Demia.
That's me! Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you back on as well. I think that's the longest intro I've done in quite some time.
Fair enough. I do have a pretty long intro.
Well, where can people see their hero next, event-wise?
Event-wise, I believe my next event will be Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling. I need to look at my calendar to see when that is. Give me just 1 second. It'll be September 12th through 14th. I was supposed to have a show September 5th, but it ended up getting canceled. So I've got a week off. Then, yep, Fantasy Super Cosplay, I believe that one is in... I don't remember where it is. I'm going to have to look it up. But after that, I will be at RBA Wrestling, September 17th. That's a Wednesday. Then I will be in Maryland for ACW September 19th.
Alright.
If I remember correctly.
And where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
So my Instagram would be myinsta_Airica Demia, spelt AIRICADEMIA. X or Twitter, I call it Twitter personally. That's just what I call it. Is Airica_Demia. Facebook, I am not likely to accept a friend request because I have 1,000 just sitting there, and I keep dreading getting around to it. But you can follow me there anyways. Same name, Airica Demia. I also have a Patreon. I think it's patreon.com/yourheroairicademia. I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've searched that link. Let's see, what else do I have? I have a lot. I have a TikTok. My TikTok _Airica Demia. Everything is so different. I'm just like, man, all over the place. I think the easiest way would be probably to Google my name and hope that you find the right one. Because my name is spelled so weird and different that it just comes up.
It's
anyways.
the first thing that comes up on Google. But
I'm sorry?
It's the first thing that comes up on Google.
Nice.
Yes.
That is definitely helpful.
And if your fingers are too tired from typing, simply just go into the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, all of the links to all her social media will be there. Simply click the link, you will be on that page.
Also very helpful. Much appreciated.
Yes. Alright, let's get into it. The last time we've had you on, you only had one match under your belt.
Yes.
You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I might have been your first ever interview.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Well, a lot's happened since that interview. Going with the most recent name, you recently wrestled Lindsey Snow. What was that match like?
Definitely very hard hitting. Very, very tough. But I pulled through and I retained my title. So that's all that really matters. I did wrestle somebody else after that, but I don't know what, like, if you're just saying most recent match or most recent name.
Most recent name.
Okay, got it.
I mean, Lindsey Snow, one of the hardest hitters you've been in the ring with?
Most likely, yeah. Going back through, she's definitely up there, for sure.
Hardest hitter, Jody Dredd?
Ooh. Oh, wow. I don't know. She's also definitely up there. Any Joshi wrestler or, like, Joshi match I've been in, like, whether the wrestler is actually Joshi or not, has definitely been the hardest hitting matches I've been in.
Or another name that came from that world, one Masha Slamovich. Obviously a big name in crushing it in TNA right now. What was that experience like, competing against Masha?
Oh wow, that was a while ago. I definitely, even though I lost, I feel like I learned so much from that. Honestly, it was a great experience overall, except getting kicked in the head repeatedly. That was not my best experience in the ring.
I mean, just kind of going into the match, it did seem like there was, you didn't necessarily get a favorable shot at Masha, people felt, no?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, if I'm being honest. Sorry.
People were counting you out of the match before you even had it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. People were like, oh, be careful. Oh, no, you're having a match with Masha. Like, good luck with that. And I'm like, thanks for believing in me, guys. Much appreciated. And I still survived. Well, I lost, but I'm alive. And I've learned from it, so.
And that's definitely a plus when you wrestle Masha.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously that was quite some time ago. Is another match against Masha in order?
I certainly hope so. I feel like I should get a rematch.
Hell yeah. Will that be like a good, maybe measuring stick, so to speak, to kind of see how far you've progressed since, then?
I think it would be, for sure. It's been over a year, I think. Yeah, May 11th, 2024. I'm looking at the poster on my wall. It's definitely been over a year at this point. I feel like it would be a good measuring stick to see how far I've come.
Now, since our last discussion, you have captured a lot of gold. Currently you hold 4 different championships for 4 different companies in 4 different states.
Mm-hmm.
What does that kind of mean to you to, be, the person that they trust to put the strap on?
Really, it means so much to me. I never expected to have so many companies put their faith in me that way so soon in my career, because for me, it feels like I've been wrestling forever. But from an outside perspective, I've been wrestling a little over 2.5 years. Like, that's a lot being put into me and a lot of trust being put behind my name to keep these, like, to be the face of their women's division or company in general.
Is winning those championships, like, is it a moment you kind of take in the moment, or is it just something that kind of sets in afterwards, like, wow, I did this?
A little bit of both, honestly. Like, in the moment, it's like, oh, man, yeah, I freaking did that. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, I really did that. You know, does that make sense?
Yes. No, I absolutely understand what you mean.
Cool.
What was it like winning the first one, considering you were about maybe a year into your career?
I felt really, really special, especially since I believe the one you're talking about is Viral Pro Wrestling's Women's Championship.
Yes.
I felt really special, and I felt really dignified. I think that's the right word. I don't know. I could be using that in the wrong context. Because I won it against Savannah Evans, who is also a very, opposing threat.
Right. Another hard hitter.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of those.
Is there... having so many, being trusted with so many titles, from so many companies, is that kind of an added pressure?
I would say so. I try not to think about it that way. I try to think of it like less of a pressure and more of, well, realistically, any pressure that I feel is me putting it on myself because I am my own worst critic, and nobody holds me up to a higher standard than I hold myself. And I feel like if I'm not up to that standard, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be holding these titles, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's go into another big match. Not too long ago, you wrestled A1 Priscilla Kelly, formerly WWE's Gigi Dolan, and Kelsey Regan. What was that experience like, wrestling, former WWE alumni?
I honestly had a really great time in that match. Other than getting punched in the face and all that. Yeah, honestly, there's nothing bad I can say about any match that I've had. Definitely learned so much from anybody I've worked with who's like a bigger name or just a better wrestler in general. Like, I've learned so much, and it's just keeps pushing me closer and closer to my goal. So I try to take in everything and roll with it.
Well, what did you learn from Priscilla Kelly?
Well, I feel like a lot of it was, oh man, trying to figure out how to phrase. I'm not good at phrasing like stuff like that. Let's see. I might have to come back to you on that one.
Fair enough. Well, let's talk about the fourth person in that match, your tag team partner, and your tag team partner in fan service, Cosmic. Can you tell us about your relationship with her?
So, I think our relationship really first started when we wrestled a while ago. I don't remember how long ago exactly it was, but I think it was June of last year. We wrestled each other at the Brooklyn Comic-Con in 2024, and both of us had like these anime gimmicks, and we wrestled each other, and then we just kind of naturally became friends. Like, we're both the anime girls with green hair. It kind of just worked out. And then I can't remember how it came about, but eventually we started talking about having a tag team. It took us forever to come up with a tag team name. I'm not going to lie to you.
And obviously you settled on fan service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It fits, you know?
Right. An anime reference for anyone that doesn't know.
Yes. 100% anime reference.
So is that is being a part of this tag team something you kind of want to do more of, or are you more focusing on singles and kind of doing the tag team when it kind of comes up?
I love tagging with Cosmic. She honestly brings out some of the best parts of me because she helps me to be more confident and not worry so much about what other people think. She's like, hey, we're going to go out there and we're going to do our own thing. All right, let's freaking go. So that's definitely helpful. And it also helps me when I am doing singles matches. Like, I just keep some of the things that she's told me in the back of my head, and I just freaking go for it. And I stop worrying so much about the way I'm perceived, because even though perception is reality, the way I'm perceived, if it's in a negative context, that's not my fault, you know?
Right.
But I do love tagging with her. I would love to tag with her more often, but I still love doing singles matches. So it's kind of like a hard thing to like decide, like which one I'd rather do more. I don't think I'd rather do either one more because I love both equally.
Well, keeping up on the anime aspect, obviously Airica Demia, you have been the goal that goes beyond for your entire career at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but the one thing I found interesting is the little pale girl, which is such a drastically different, character compared to, what you normally do. What was that experience like, changing it up, doing something that you don't normally do as often?
I feel like, so the little pale girl is so far from what I would do as a character myself that it was kind of just a way to have fun with something different. Like, I didn't choose the character. Fantasy Super Cosplay chose the character for me because I feel like they were like, oh, yeah, she can do this. She can absolutely do this. And I went out, I did it. I don't have to talk. I don't have to say absolutely anything. I just whack people in the head with a stuffed possum, and I have a great time. I'm mostly the little pale girl in a wrestling aspect is mostly there for Art the Clown to have a companion, for say a tag match or for a way to win the match or whatever is decided for that. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. Not anything I would do with my regular wrestling, like I said, though.
So not willing to go that dark in your normal career yet.
Yeah, not quite that dark.
You mentioned a new anime wrestling event coming up. What will you be cosplaying on that show, if anything?
The Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling show?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It depends on if it's Animate or Nightmare Weekend. Nightmare Weekend is when I play the little pale girl, and if it's an Animate, I will be Froppy from My Hero Academia. Unless they decide to give me a new character. I haven't heard anything about that, though, so it's probably going to be one of those two.
And, obviously, your main is Deku. What was it like playing Froppy?
It was definitely different. I feel like it was a bit easier for me just because I already knew the source material. It was very easy for me to just kind of lean into it because she is also another one of the characters that I really love because I love frogs and she's a frog superhero. Like, hello, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, it was definitely easy for me to lean pretty heavy into it. And I don't know why I hadn't been yelling "Go Beyond" as Froppy, because I was like, wait a minute, that's not a me thing, that's a My Hero Academia thing. I can just, hey, look at that. More of me into this character.
Obviously Deku, Froppy. Is there any other character from My Hero that you would maybe, switch it up to?
that I would like to cosplay or like wrestle as.
Wrestle as, yeah.
Ooh. I definitely would get some gear inspired by a few different characters, but I don't know about like wrestling as that character, if that makes sense. I definitely want to get some gear based off of Hawks or Uraraka or Uravity, whatever. Yeah, I feel like those are the two that come to mind immediately. As far as actually cosplay wrestling as a character, hold on, let me look at my hero poster, see if I I don't know, the rest of them would be almost impossible to play, if I'm being honest. Just because some of their quirks are just like, you can't simulate them, if that makes sense. Like, I can kind of simulate being a frog, but other than that, I can't make anybody explode. I can't freeze anybody.
You can't be invisible.
Yeah, I can't be invisible. I mean, I could. I just wouldn't be doing anything. The other person would be doing it all by themselves. Because we do have somebody like that. We have the Invisible Man at some of our Nightmare Weekend shows. And that's pretty entertaining.
I believe he's wrestling Invisible Stan, right?
The Invisible Man is a, like, there is the wrestling version, but there's also the cosplay version, which is where they come out with their face wrapped up, like the horror icon Invisible Man. And then, poof, they turn invisible, and then it's the same thing as Invisible Stan, pretty much.
Just keeping on the My Hero side of things, you know, obviously, you know, very inspired by Deku. You've been wrestling for quite some time now. Who's your Kanchan?
Oh, you know, I don't really know. I don't think I really have anybody like that. I do, one of the people I train with, I like to pick on him and call him Bakugo because he picks on me so much. He's like my little brother. His name is DPJ. But yeah, we train together and he like picks on me and I pick on him. It's a little bit different because I also like, I pick on him back. I don't just get bullied. But he also really loves Bakugo, so I just pick on him about that all the time. That's probably the closest I've actually got to having a Kacchan, though.
I gotcha. And obviously, Dad is All Might.
Yes, 100%. No doubts about that.
Yes. You know, when last time we spoke, you were kind of getting, you had just finished your training arc, going into your first, you know, wrestling arc. What arc are you on right now?
Oh boy. That's kind of hard to answer, actually. I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of just in the wrestling arc, but like, I'm trying to compare it to how My Hero goes. Realistically, this would probably be like my college arc, if that makes sense, like college age, actual pro heroes now, rather than like a rookie.
I got what you mean.
Okay. I was like, I don't think I'm explaining this very well.
So you're not getting your hero's license. You're a full-fledged licensed hero right now.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say.
That being said, who's your Tumura Shigaraki?
Probably me, honestly. I always try to think of it as I try not to compete too much with other people because as far as an indie standpoint, we're all gonna have a spot to eat at the table. But I would definitely say I am my biggest enemy. But if we want to go for storylines, it might be Stan Styles.
Creamy World Order.
Yep.
And we will put a pin in that for the time being. Let's get into it. Talking about, all of these incredible matches that you've had so far. I would say maybe the most important one for you would have been wrestling your dad solo. What did that kind of mean to you to have that singles match against him?
Well, that was honestly what I had been wanting since the day I started training. That's the reason I started wrestling. So it was one of the most special matches I've ever had in my career. And I'm really glad that I got to have that match because it had been scheduled for a while. And then I think the week before or 2 weeks before, my dad actually went to the hospital for health issues. Oh. And we weren't sure we were going to be able to have it. And then we had the match and everybody loved it. And we got to tell a fun story. We beat the crap out of each other. I had a bruise on my arm from how hard I hit him. And he back chopped me and it sucked. And then we were super fulfilled. I think that's definitely one of the most special matches I'll ever have.
Is it kind of, weird, standing opposite of your dad in, a match? Like, I should not be hitting my dad right now.
It's kind of cathartic, not gonna lie. Because we argue like we're siblings. So it's kind of nice to blow up a little bit of steam. But other than that, it's like, man, I don't really want to hurt you. Like, I love you very much. But storyline-wise, you're being a dick right now. Please.
Is it kind of a full circle moment for you, considering, he's the reason why you got into pro wrestling, and then, obviously standing, face to face against him?
Oh, absolutely. Like, once I found out that I got to have a match with my dad, I was like, this is it. This is the reason that I started wrestling in the first place. Like, I wanted to tag with him, and before he retired, I wanted to have a match with him. And boom, there it was. And it was a good match, too. Like, I'm proud of it. I might watch it back and see some things that I did, and maybe I'm like, oh, I could have done that better. But other than that, doesn't really matter because I got to have a match with my dad. So, yeah, it was definitely very full circle.
And you've tag teamed with him quite a bit. Was that what was the more fulfilling, wrestling against him or teaming with him?
That's kind of a hard question to answer, because anytime I get to work with my dad, it just, it makes things easier because he's more experienced. He knows what to do at what point. But I think wrestling him was, how did you phrase it?
Fulfilling.
Yes, wrestling him was probably more fulfilling because I wasn't good at tag team wrestling when I was tagging with him frequently. I'm definitely a lot better at it now, but I was super inexperienced with it. And every single time we had a tag match, I would be stressing so bad before we went through the curtain. My dad's like, can you just calm down? It'll be okay. But definitely wrestling him.
That being said, can you tell us about the time that Stan Styles killed your dad with expired whipped cream?
Yeah. That's such an odd thing to say out of context. But yeah. So that happened. That definitely happened. And honestly, I will never think any storyline I ever see again is weird because my dad got killed by expired whipped cream. And then, I don't know if it was the same night, but he came back and talked to me through one of his stuffed, like, slam buddies that he had, like Mufasa talks to Simba. So, I will never think a storyline is weird ever again.
Didn't he find somebody randomly, like, on the street to come into contact with you because, you know, he couldn't, you know, actually talk to you? Because he was a ghost at that time?
Yeah. Yes, he did. So that promo was a spoof of the movie Ghost, if anybody's never seen it. He literally forced me to watch that movie before we filmed it. He was like, you have to know the source material. And then we just got his best friend to help us out filming it. It was so weird to film, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because he's literally right there and you can't necessarily...
I gotta pretend he's not. I just feel like, oh no, I can't see him. This is really weird.
Those promos, were they a collaborative thing, or was it just him saying, okay, we're going to do this?
It's definitely, most of them are collaborative effort, but once he's got like a creative hair, it's, I want to do this and we're going to do it now. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing? That actually hasn't happened in a while. But to be fair, he hasn't really been involved in a storyline like that in a minute.
Well, I mean, yeah, being killed, resurrected, brainwashed, like it's a lot.
Yeah, it definitely was a lot.
How did you like Ghost?
Oh, I really enjoyed it, actually. Sorry, that wasn't a question I was expecting. I'm not good at giving, like, reviews. But, no, I enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it again. I wouldn't say it's, like, on my top list of, oh, I watch this every single night. But I really liked it.
Okay. Now, from one of your most meaningful matches, to maybe one of your oddest matches. Can you tell us about that time you wrestled a pirate at a Renaissance fair?
A pirate at a Renaissance fair. Oh. Oh, wow, that's been a minute. Okay. I don't really remember a whole lot from that time, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've wrestled so many weird characters at this point that none of them are really weird to me. Like with the Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling, I'm always wrestling someone weird. Like I would wrestle Poison Ivy, or like, I feel like a pirate's fairly tame for what I've done at this point. I feel like Stan Styles is a weirder wrestler than a pirate.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Going back to, you know, character development, you know, obviously, like we've been talking, my hero, but there was one time you actually did go dark. Can you tell us about I Am the Night?
Oh! So we came up with the concept of that promo at 3 a.m. after me and my dad had a massive argument about what kind of promo we were going to do. And okay. We were both very frustrated, and I remembered suddenly that we had that weird Batman beanie, and I was like, yo, I have an idea. And he was like, but I want to do this. And I'm like, okay, hear me out now. What if we do both? And then 3 a.m. spurred us giggly and delirious filming a promo, and that's what came of it.
And in the actual match with Leah Knight, you kept yelling at her, I am the Knight.
Yes. So I just honestly wanted to have a fun match. and I was like, hey, if it's cool with you, I'm just gonna use what I said in my promo and be stupid in front of this drunk crowd. And she was like, sure, why not? And then, I don't know, crowd was loud. They seemed to enjoy it. So I had a fun time, and as far as I'm aware, she did too. So I don't really know what else to say about it.
Will we ever see the return of I Am the Night Demia?
Ooh, maybe one day. I gotta be provoked to bring it back out.
Hell yeah. Another great, fantastic thing that you've done is that you worked Ring of Honor against one Nyla Rose. Obviously, that's recorded during AEW events. So, what was it like wrestling Nyla Rose on Ring of Honor TV?
So that's definitely one of the coolest experiences of my whole career, because I was less than 2 years in, I think. Or, no, I was a little... Wait. I don't remember. I was less than 2 years in, I'm pretty sure. And I got invited to the to extra work for AEW, and then I just so happened to be told, hey, you're gonna have a dark match. And I was like, oh okay. That's cool. I'm really excited. And then the match happened, and I went backstage, and I cried, and I felt so happy and fulfilled. And I told Nyla Rose that I had been watching AEW since I was 14. She went, please don't make me feel old. But that's really cool, and I'm really glad that you could be here. And when we got back, I told her, I was like, I think 14-year-old Airica needs to go cry now. And she's like, girl, you earned that cry. Go cry. You're good. Go get that cry out. But yeah, I feel like I learned quite a bit from that too. A lot of things that I try to keep in mind. Not like a lot, but mostly just how to wrestle for cameras rather than an audience, which I'm still not great at, but it's okay.
What was it like being backstage for, AEW? Is that kind of like a window into, a world, obviously, that you want to be a part of?
Oh, it absolutely was. Like, man, I'm trying to find the words to describe how I felt. It was one of the most nerve-wracking things I have ever done in my career, not gonna lie. I got there and I was like, I don't think I belong here, because I think I was 19 at the time, which I'm not that much older, but I'm a little wiser and a little more experienced. But okay, what was the actual question?
What was it? Was it being backstage? Was it like a window into a world you want to be a part of?
Okay, yes, it absolutely was. And it was very eye-opening of, wow, this isn't near as scary as I thought it was going to be. And also there's always just so much going on. Always people running around constantly. I'm like, yeah, these people work so hard. It's so crazy and so motivating too, not going to lie.
Was there anybody coming up to you giving you advice from AEW after your match?
Sorry, it was a while ago. I have to think back to the day. I'm like, did anybody? I don't remember anybody outright coming up to me and being like, hey, do this next time, except for the person who was in charge of our match. And Nyla, she gave me a few pointers too.
Okay. And lastly, when it comes to AEW, how was the catering?
So, I was terrified to go in there because it was so full of a bunch of superstars. I went in there, got I think chicken and rice, and then dipped. And I was like, it's chicken and rice. It's not the worst chicken and rice I've ever had, but it's chicken and rice. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I had some black coffee too, which wasn't terrible. I don't like black coffee, but it was tolerable.
Next time you do extra work for AEW, or maybe even WWE at this point, take advantage of the catering.
Absolutely.
You will not be disappointed. Some of the people we've had on, it was literally the highlight of their time backstage.
Oh yeah, I've done extra work a few different times a couple of times for both companies. And after that, I definitely took advantage of the catering. Okay, let me tell you, it was good stuff.
Was you doing something on WWE?
No, just there for just in case, I guess. Just in case for medical and, all that stuff. Just the regular stuff that anybody else would do. Nothing special.
Was you talking to anybody in WWE? Was somebody coming up to you?
Not that I can think of. I don't think I got to... I got some, smile and nods from a few people, but that's about it, really.
Okay, I got you.
But everybody's just always so busy, and I'm also very, social anxiety kind of person, so I'm not going to go out of my way to go up to somebody, especially if they look like they're on a mission. I'm like, oh, they look scary. I can't do it.
Right. Well, another name you've been in the ring with is one Billy Starks, Space Jesus. What was it like kind of being in the ring with her, considering, there are a lot of parallels between you and her?
It was very eye-opening. She's obviously been wrestling a lot longer than I have. We're around the same age, I believe. So it was very cool getting to work with somebody who is so close in age, who is so, also so successful and knows so much. We had a very long conversation on, merch branding and, what else? I think she was telling me, she was trying to help me learn how to, what are the words I'm looking for here? How to communicate better in the ring, I think. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I get a lot of critiques all the time, and I never remember who told me what.
Well,
that's just wrestling.
Well, as long as you remember the critiques, that's what matters.
That's true. That is very true.
Now, it's time for Airica's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Oh boy. I'm sure I've got something. I just got to rack my brain for it. Something recent that happened. It's not wild, but I think it's hilarious. I was walking through the airport and I heard this little girl go, "Mom, she has green hair." And I'm walking and I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then she goes, "I don't like that color." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thanks, dude." And her mom went, "Dude, what's wrong with you? Don't say that."
Oh my
And
God.
I just started laughing and I was like, what am I going to do now? What do I do? Do I turn around and acknowledge what happened? Do I tell the mom it's okay? What do I say? I just kept walking. I didn't know it. See, I don't.
That was an almost really sweet story that turned out
Yeah.
very hilarious.
I thought it was gonna be super sweet, and then she said that, and I was like, "Oh, well, that child absolutely is not lying. That's all right." Let's see. Do I have anything else weird? I can't really think of anything other than like interactions with like creepy people, which I would rather not bring the mood down with.
Yeah, no, I get that. People trying to buy your socks.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Fair enough. Well, definitely not a bizarre experience, but probably a great experience. You met Justin Briner, the English voice actor for Deku. What was
Yes.
that like? Obviously, a big moment, no?
Yes, so not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I cried. When I got there, I was like almost hyperventilating because I was super nervous. And he was like, "Hey, don't be nervous, it's okay." And I was like, "You're making it worse. Please, I can't handle this." And then he put my name on it. And one of my favorite quotes from Deku was "Dreams can become reality." And he wrote that on the picture that I bought. And it hangs on my wall above my bed. And it's very, very special to me. Another voice actor I also got to meet was Edward from Cowboy Bebop. She signed a picture for me, and that also hangs above my bed, right underneath Deku. Let's see, did I meet any other voice actors? I met a few of the other My Hero voice actors. I believe I met Mount Lady, and I met Kami. Oh, who else did I meet? I'm pretty sure I also met Mr. Aizawa, which was also pretty cool. Who else have I met? Oh, and recently, I don't know if anybody who watches your channel is a Clerks fan, but I met Dante from Clerks, and I have a photo with me and my dad with him, and it was really cool.
Awesome.
Let me think. Is there anybody else? I don't know if there's anyone else. I did meet Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton. He was really cool to talk to. I just happened to run into him while getting food, and someone was like, "Oh, this is our pale girl." And I was like, "Oh, I'm talking to people now. Okay, bye."
Is there anybody else on the My Hero dubcast that is on the list to, see?
Oh, I am 100% sure there's somebody. I just cannot think of it. Oh, I want to meet All Might. Chris Sabat. I want to meet him. He has not been at anything I've been at all. And anytime he was supposed to be there, he couldn't make it. And I'm like, what the frick? I want to meet All Might. Please. Universe, make it happen.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, he's, in California, maybe every other month.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him, a bunch of times. Because obviously he's All Might, but, any anime that you watch, he's the Where's Waldo of anime characters, because he's always,
one character. I've watched.
Yeah.
I've watched several recently where I'm like, oh, that guy sounds like All Might. I know who that is.
Right. So, and I believe I said this last time, if you're going to see him, get there early, super early and get in line right away because his lines usually last like 5 to 6 hours.
Oh yeah, that does not surprise me at all. I don't know how any celebrity does it. Like, that's exhausting.
He is quite arguably one of the coolest human beings I've ever got to meet. He genuinely enjoys talking to his fans, which is not everybody feels. So when you get that, it's a cool experience.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I try to be like that when I have people come up to my merch table. I try to be as nice as I can, even if they're being,
if they don't like your hair.
Huh?
If they don't like your hair.
That too.
Keeping on, My Hero, how did you like Vigilantes?
Oh, me and my dad binge watched that. Like, obsessed. Loved it. I want to get some gear based off Pop Step. Surprise, surprise. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's in the back of my head.
Well, what gear do you have? What's in the queue? What's the number one in the queue right now for ring gear?
I mostly am just doing variations of that first skirt set. Just so that I can have, like, other sets of gear rather than just the white one, because white does not stay white for very long if you're wearing it all the time.
Right. Obviously you like the Vigilantes. Was it a little bit odd, watching My Hero that wasn't involved with, obviously Deku and, the main cast?
I don't know if I thought it was odd. I definitely thought it was cool because I know it's like before Deku's time. I don't know. I thought the whole thing was really cool, and I can't wait for it to continue. As soon as it comes out, I'm gonna be like, Dad, Vigilantes is out. We gotta watch it.
And obviously, season 8 wasn't too long ago. We're heading into the final season this October of the traditional My Hero. What did you think of season 8?
Was it season 8? Oh my goodness. I thought we were on season 8 now. I can't keep up.
I mean, maybe we were on season... Maybe it was the next one coming up is season 8, but there's definitely 8 seasons for sure.
Yes, I do know it's the last season, and that fact breaks my heart, not gonna lie. I've been watching this show since I was 14, and I'm turning 21 in a few months, and that's crazy. So it's kind of like, oh man, like the show that my gimmick is based on is coming to an end. What am I gonna do?
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily like it's completely halting. I mean, Vigilantes is obviously popular. That's gonna be a continuation. Or I mean, you could maybe switch to maybe a Dan the Dan gimmick.
To a what gimmick? Sorry, it cut off on my end.
I mean, you could, obviously Vigilantes is going to continue. So, you can continue it, or you can switch to a Dan the Dan gimmick.
Ooh, that's cool too. I've been very much keeping up with that one too. I actually have been watching a lot of different anime lately, and I'm like, man, there's a whole world of possibilities of what I could do.
What are you currently watching?
Ooh, so just caught up with Chainsaw Man. Watching Dandadan. There's this one that I started last night. I think I actually have no idea how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Gachiakura or something like that. I don't know. I'm caught up on Solo Leveling. Not quite caught up on Kaiju number 8. We watched the first season of Kaiju number 8. What else have I watched? Solo Leveling, Kaiju number 8, Dan Dan, Chainsaw Man. We also started a different anime called Frieren last night.
Ooh.
Other than that, I think that's it. We've been watching a lot of newer anime lately. Obviously, Vigilantes is in there. Yeah, been watching a lot of new stuff with not too many episodes because it's hard for us to get through an anime with too many episodes. That's why we haven't watched One Piece yet.
I can imagine that's a very high mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's I know so many people who are like, "This is the best anime," and I'm like, I don't know if I have the patience for that.
Considering that I'm like 900 episodes in, I would say, yeah, you definitely need some patience. This is how I describe One Piece. It's peaks and valleys. The good shit is really, really good, but the bad shit is really, really bad. And
I believe it.
It's just a matter of if you're willing to go through the bad shit to get to the good shit.
I've also heard there's a lot of filler.
No, that's
really?
There is no filler. Out of the 1,200 episodes, maybe like 10% of episodes are filler.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna watch Naruto or Bleach, like more than half of that's filler. But One Piece, it's pretty much all canon. And there was maybe like the few arcs that were like maybe filler, became canon because Oda deemed it worthy.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I still am like, oh, it's so much.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a mountain to climb. But how have you liked Free Run? How many episodes are you in?
We only watched one. I think it's really interesting for sure, but being sleepy is not a good time to watch that show because it's very quiet and it's very like not fast paced. So you will fall asleep.
Free Run is a fantastic anime. You have to get it really picks up when Starks comes in around episode 5. And then it fully cooks at maybe like the 10th or 11th episode in.
Okay.
And if
noted. I'll probably keep watching it. But yeah, we started the other anime and there's only 7 episodes, so we're probably gonna get caught up with that and then watch the rest of Free Run.
Well, Free Run's only 25 episodes.
We've been watching anime that have 12 or less, so that's still kind of like a lot.
I mean, okay.
We're very impatient. That's it. That's all it is. We're just very, like, also very much, me and my dad have ADHD, so we're, like, bouncing around all of the time.
Have you ever seen Cautious Hero? The hero that's overpowered but overly cautious?
I don't know if I have.
I mean, it's a really interesting, funny isekai. And it's only 12 episodes, so.
Okay. Well, you said it was called what now?
Cautious Hero. The hero that's overpowered but overly cautious.
That's the full title.
There's probably more words. I'm just not saying that.
You know, anime is titled so strangely. I wouldn't put it past it.
Oh yeah. The longest one I know is I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my my levels. Or yeah, there's a lot of really long ones.
Yeah, I don't understand why they make animes with such long titles, but I wrote down the Cautious Hero one.
Sweet. You could always tell me how if you liked it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as the sticky note doesn't get lost. I wouldn't put that past me either.
Fair enough. I mean, you could always just listen back on the interview.
That's true too.
Now, can you tell us about visual life representations in photo dump form?
Oh, so I decided one day that I was like, hey, I kind of have a lot of cool pictures or a lot of like interesting or funny pictures from this past little bit. I'm going to post a dump. And then me and my dad were like, yeah, what if we just make this a thing that I do every month? Like on the first of every month from this last month. And we were like, okay, this is what we're doing. That's all there. See, not a lot goes into what I do. A lot of effort goes into it, but not a lot of complicated thought.
That being said, will we ever see the return of your vlog?
I'm hoping to get a vlog camera at some point because my phone has absolutely no storage. Because I take too many pictures and random videos and then I forget about them or lose them somehow in one of my folders and forget to delete it. Working on getting a vlog camera. I'm just broke from wrestling.
Gotcha.
But I'm hoping so. That's the answer.
With the return of the vlog, will we see the return of the squishy face?
You know what? Maybe. I stopped doing that after a while, but I might start doing that again if I vlog again. We'll see.
Alright. Well, technically not a match. Maybe it's a match. You tell me. Can you tell us about that time you battled Anthony Green, with Mortal Kombat?
I'm gonna be honest, my memory is failing me.
You played Mortal Kombat against Anthony Green at an arcade once?
Oh, I did do that! I completely forgot about that. That was so long ago. My memory is terrible. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any details, but I should go back and watch my stuff. Because I'm like, man, I remember nothing. I wrestle so much that I don't even remember what I did last weekend.
You might like some of your matches. They're really good.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that. I am my harshest critic, though, to be fair.
That being said, obviously, good matches. You do actually have asthma. So how has having asthma hindered your career? And in any way, has it actually helped your career?
So I can confidently say that it has not helped me at all. But I feel like it just makes me push myself a little bit harder, if we could say that's a good thing. That's probably the only good thing to come out of it. Other than that, I do struggle with it a lot, like on a weekly basis, if I'm trying to do cardio or something. So one thing that really sucks about my asthma, I don't know if it's like this for other people with asthma, I don't have a lot of friends with asthma. If they have it, they don't talk about it. I have to get to the point where I cannot breathe and I'm about to pass out before my lungs are opened up enough for me to, like, really go, if that makes sense. And it really sucked because I'm like, I don't want to be constantly almost passing out all the time. Like, why? It's like the second wind thing, except I get really lightheaded and I have to sit down for 5 minutes. And I'm like, that's a waste of time. I don't want to do this.
It's odd to say, but there are, a lot of similarities, parallels to Deku, because, obviously to use all his strength, it hurts him to do it.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I swear, every other, month, I find another similarity I have to Deku.
So, yeah, keeping up with that My Hero gimmick.
Goodness gracious. I'm not going to escape it, ever. Not that I want to, but that's going to be my forever gimmick, I guess.
Now, getting back into the way, way back machine, you were actually a theater kid before pro wrestling in school. Can you kind of tell us about that?
So I wasn't a theater kid for very long. I always loved watching theater, but I never got to actually act in a play. I did take lessons that were related to my high school that were taught by my choir teacher. I was more so a choir kid. I had been a choir kid from 5th grade all the way up to my sophomore year. But yeah, I did learn quite a bit about theater. I just never got the opportunity to actually act on stage, I think. Actually, I could be wrong. Oh, no. You know what? I lied. There was one time in elementary school I got to be part of an entire play based off Elvis Presley. I was a fox for the song Hound Dog.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yes, that's it. That's my stage experience.
So, I mean, you mentioned choir. Can Airica Demia sing?
Not in front of people, she can't. A little bit. Like, if there's something playing, I can't hold pitch by myself. I have to hear the pitch that I'm supposed to be hitting, if that makes sense. But I'm not terrible. I just don't have a lot of practice anymore, But choir actually did help me with cadence in promos and with the way that you're technically supposed to, quote unquote, supposed to yell, if that makes sense. Yeah, I can't sing in front of people. I have stage fright, especially when it comes to singing.
Okay. Well, I think that's actually a great segue into our next segment, and that is the colossal question. Let's say that they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Oh, let me go through my playlists real quick.
Pull up that good Spotify.
Yes. First 3 songs in my own movie soundtracks. Oh boy. Let's see, what do I got? I feel like it would be unfair to use anime music, but I feel like that's also the only thing that makes sense.
It could be whatever you want it to be.
There's definitely going to be a My Hero song in there somewhere. Let's see. Which one, though? That's the question.
I mean, there's a couple of really good ones.
Yeah. Several. I might have to go with, like, the actual My Hero Academia song. That one would definitely have to be in there.
The original. The original song.
Yes, the one that's titled My Hero Academia. Maybe the opening from Vigilantes, because that song is a banger. Let's see. And maybe the second opening from Dawn to Dawn.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I have to replace one of those.
Okay.
I have to replace one of those. What was my second one? I can't remember.
The second theme from...
Oh, it was Vigilantes.
The Vigilante, yeah.
Oh, dear. That's a hard question. Okay, I'm gonna stand by that list. That's what it is. The list is what it is. I'm not gonna overthink it too much.
Okay, so the My Hero song, the Vigilantes theme, and the second theme from My Hero.
From Dawn to Dawn.
From Dawn to Dawn. Okay.
Yes.
So not the Creepy Nuts one.
Not the Creepy Nuts one. The other one. I love the Creepy Nuts one. It's just so aggressive. I feel like how I would want my movie to be in my head, it wouldn't fit, if that makes sense.
No, I gotcha. Alright, do you lock it in?
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Do you lock it in? Do you lock in those answers?
Yeah.
Alright, now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays Airica Demia? And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Oh boy. I don't know. I've been watching so much anime that I can't think of any actual actors.
I mean, last time you were on, you mentioned Millie Bobby Brown.
That answer has changed, for sure. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I don't hate Millie Bobby Brown. I still like her, and I think that a lot of things that she's done is very, very cool. I don't think that she would do me justice, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm a very odd human being, and I need an odd human being to play me. Let me just Google some female actors. I at least want someone who kind of looks like me, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
I do not see anybody that looks like me.
Could
Oh, dear.
I, maybe make a suggestion?
Absolutely. Please.
How about Jenna Ortega from Wednesday?
Huh. Feel like she could definitely play someone weird. Because I've seen she's been in some interesting roles.
Gotcha.
Maybe. Hold on. Do we have a similar face shape? We can pass. Maybe. Well, I don't know about... We can go with that for now.
Okay.
That could be the answer for now. Unless I think of somebody else. That'll be the answer for now.
She will be the placeholder for now. We'll find a new placeholder next time you come on for an interview.
Absolutely. I'll think it over.
Every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
So, my dad, my mom, feel like I should choose a wrestler, but and then my coach, Ethan Case. There have been, actually, I'm gonna add a 4th just because, for my own sanity, my grandmother. I'm gonna add her too.
Okay. And who plays these individuals?
Oh boy. Oh. Man, I think all the time I'm like, oh, my dad kind of looks like this guy, and I can't think of anybody. So when I was a kid, I don't know how I made this connection. I always thought that my mom looked like, Jennifer Lawrence. So,
Okay.
that's gonna go there. It doesn't make sense. She does not look like Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know why I thought that when I was a kid, but I'm gonna go with it because I can't think of anything else.
Fair enough. And the rest?
I am Googling somebody that could possibly look like my dad. I think for my dad's own ego boost, we'll go Henry Cavill.
Okay.
With a beard. With a long beard and long hair. And a little gray, just to make him look older. My dad does not look old. But we're going to do that anyway for the sake of things making sense. Even though none of this makes sense. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not good at casting, okay? I've fantasy cast things in my head, and none of it makes sense anyways. And then there was my coach. Oh, boy. I don't know. Ugh.
I don't know. This is sounding like a pretty good movie so far. We have Jennifer Lawrence and Henry Cavill attached.
Yeah. Somebody to play my coach. Oh boy. I'm working on the Google.
I mean, we could leave it up to casting if you'd prefer.
Might have to.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna move on to my grandmother then.
Okay.
Is there an older actress that I really love? I'm sure there is.
I mean, there's Helen Mirren, Judi Dench.
If she wasn't passed away, I would say, I can't remember the actress's name, but Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter.
Okay. Well, I mean, we have CGI, and an unlimited budget, so we could definitely get her in there.
Alright. Terrible casting list from me, but that's it. That's what it is.
Well, it definitely is sounding like a great movie. A blockbuster, to say the least. And you could pre-order the tickets now.
Hey. At least we got some good people in there. We're good actors.
Yes. On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully with some sort of contract in my hand and having gone to Japan already.
Okay.
Hopefully.
That contract, any specific letters?
Honestly, no. I will take a contract from AEW, WWE, TNA, pretty much anywhere. Yeah, I'm open to anything. Like, I just want to be signed to a major wrestling company. If it was possible, I would say all of them. That would be cool. But, like, not at the same time, obviously. That's not a thing. But, yeah, that would be cool. All of them.
Okay. And what is a match of yours that people should go out of their way to see that best shows off you as a pro wrestler?
Oh boy, I have so many matches. Let me look through my playlist real quick. I'm so sorry. I have a terrible memory and being put on the spot. Yeah. Give me 1 second.
No worries. Pull up that good YouTube.
Yep. Scrolling as fast as I can. I think if you want to see a good version of, you know what? Hold on. Let me hold my tongue for a second. If you want to see my heel encapsulated, I would say watch me versus Sophia Sivan from New South Pro Wrestling. And if you want to just see good wrestling, I would say me versus Vert Vixen and Miyu Yamashita. And then just a good match that encapsulates me as a babyface. Me versus Katrina Creed from Wrestling Open. I know, that's a lot. I can't just pick one.
No, that's completely fine. And shout out to Katrina, friend of the show as well.
Hey, she's cool. I like her a lot.
Oh yes, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
And those are on your YouTube page, correct?
Yes. As far as I'm aware, they're all public.
Perfect. And I will grab those matches from your YouTube, and I will put them in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. For anybody that hasn't seen them, wants to see them, wants to re-see them after this interview, the whole YouTube page will be there as well, so you could just binge Airica Demia content as well. After we conclude with this interview. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
All newer, all doomier for the second time. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Maybe. Intimidated.
Excluding your matches, greatest match of all time.
Oh, I'm stuck between 2 that I personally really enjoy. When Cody won the belt at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 4.
And yes, that one. Stuck between that and let me see. I don't remember which one, but one of the matches with Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega.
Okay. Worst match of all time.
Worst match of all time? Oh dear. I don't think I have one that I can think of. I don't think I've ever seen a match where I'm like, this is the worst match I've ever seen in my life. Like, also, it would probably be an indie match, and I don't want to hurt people's feelings, so I probably wouldn't say it anyway.
Fair enough. You're the captain of a Survivor Series team. Which 4 wrestlers do you pick as your teammates?
Rhea Ripley. Do they have to be in WWE?
Anybody from anywhere, any time frame.
Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes, Mikey Ito, Kenny Omega.
Wow.
Those are 4 of my favorite wrestlers.
You had those, like, ready to go.
Yeah.
You are on a 9-hour car ride. You can only listen to one wrestling theme song. Which do you choose?
Can I choose my own?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, my own. My Hero by Man with a Mission.
Perfect. Connecticut is the Nutmeg State. WWE headquarters is located in Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
What is the capital of Iceland?
I have no idea. I don't do geography.
And that's the correct answer. Finish the sentence. People are fake. Wrestling is
real.
Also the correct answer. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know since the last time you were on. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
About Darby Allin?
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming back on and talking with me.
Thank you so much for having me. Sorry, I was still processing that last question. It caught me off guard a little bit.
Yes. Looking for people that have had conversations about Darby Allin in a supermarket. For context, that is an inside joke that has gone way too far than it necessarily had to.
Fair enough.
But once again, where can we find all things Airica Demia on social media and merchandise?
My Insta _Airica Demia, Airica Demia on Facebook, Airica _Demia on X, my TikTok _Airica Demia on TikTok, patreon.com/yourhero Airica Demia, prowrestlingtees.com/Airica Demia, I think. Your Hero Airica Demia, I think. I don't know. Search Airica Demia /Your Hero Airica Demia in Pro Wrestling Tees, and I have a Pro Wrestling Tees. Yeah. I think that's it.
And you don't even have to type it into your Google machines. All of the links to all her social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Buy a damn shirt.
Please.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say Wrestling With, you say entertainment, okay?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were talking to the audience or not.
No, you.
Got it.
For our special guest, Airica Demia, Calico Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling With
Entertainment!
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.